With only 2.5 shoplifting weeks to go until Christmas, this is Tell It to Someone. First question is from Serious Mind. If you, a ginger, took a bath in coconut milk, would that automatically make it Tom Kha Gai's soup? And if so, where did you hide the mushrooms? Well, of course, I hide mushrooms under the fridge. At least that's where I say why I say they're there. But if I jumped into a bath of coconut milk and it was boiling enough to make soup, then it wouldn't be Tom Kha Gai, it would be long pork, because I'm people as well as ginger. Unless Tom Kha Gai means long pork, then no. Next question is from Canadian Atheist. Has World War III started yet? No. No. Yes. Yes. Next question is from Serious Mind again. Thanksgiving in the USA is largely just an excuse to serve sweet potato or pumpkin bletch pie. Does Australia have any national holiday built around pies or other confections? Of course, there is a one involving turkey. It involves turkey and these things called Anzac biscuits, and it was all about killing Turkish people and eating their biscuits. It's called Anzac Day, and it's in April because of reasons. Next question is from Roll of Nichols. Did you hear about the 17-year-old boy from Canada who manipulated American SWAT teams to visit female gamers with large followings who were making money playing online games? Well, I've heard of the whole SWAT team thing. Ringing up SWAT teams and telling them to visit female gamers. I haven't done that myself. I haven't done that. They haven't done that to me myself. All that's happened to me is just a couple of predator drones. Next question is from Johan Moore. How can you be an atheist and believing God doesn't exist if fribble frabble kabunt nagel? Checkmate atheists. Well, of course. Do you work for Ken Ham or something? Next question is from Kate Van. What does science say about breeding leprechauns? Well, science is a little bit confused about that and weirded out, if you know what I mean. But luckily for you, there is Rule 34 and no exceptions. So you too can do scientific research about leprechauns having sex, possibly with elves. Next question is from Macabre Murfica. Remember when Nephilim Free was the king of stupid on the internets and we all flocked to his channel to point and laugh? Those were the best days of YouTube. Do you think there is anyone else as dumb as Neffy, DT? Please discuss why. Well, there are people who are as dumb as Neffy these days. People like Sam Pepper and, well, that's it, really. Just, pretending to do nasty things and pretending it's a prank, and then he gets millions of views. Maybe I can pretend to be predator droned. Next question is from Heronius Napalm the Fifth. Are leprechaun gingers able to gain a soul from drinking a lot of spirits or alcohol? And if so, could we sacrifice them to solve all the world's problems? Well, what you do is you make some ginger snaps with real alcohol. because that's what you do if you really, really want to get drunk and don't want to actually drink alcohol. You put it into some sort of biscuit. Just soak them. Soak those Anzac biscuits in some 200-year-old cognac for about 3 years, and then just eat them like that. It'll be a waste of good alcohol. Next question is from Robert Bow. If a witch would bewitch two woodchucks to chuck some wood while chucked, what sum of wood would be chucked by two woodchucks while a woodchuck chucker chucks the bewitched sum of woodchucks? Which woodchuck would while chucked? Should a woodchuck chucker chuck bewitched woodchucks which chuck some wood while chucked? Oh, right, yeah, well, chuck, I think yes. Yes, absolutely about this much. Because, woodchucks are tiny and I don't know which witches you're talking about, so I'll just ignore that some. Next question is from Boss Haas. When will everyone learn the true meaning behind the true meaning of Christmas? Well, of course, the true meaning of Christmas is that you have to buy a whole bunch of stuff you don't need because the people you're buying it for, they don't need it either. But people on the other side of the planet, being China, need to be held in conditions of utter servitude because they need to eat and stuff, but they don't need to be paid much, according to the people who hired the people who are living in would-be slave conditions, kind of sort of ish slave conditions. We know it's pretty slavular because it's they've got those catching nets outside the windows, and you don't need the catching nets if people don't jump out of the windows, unless of course they're jumping out because they've got bungee cords, except the bungee cords are not there. So if they're bungeeing, that might be a safe thing to do, bungeeing out a window, except you'd hit the wall. So don't do that. Unless like on Die Hard, where you take the rope and you go out from the top window and into the window underneath, but then your feet are all cut up and you bandage them up with your shirt, and that hurts. That really, really hurts, but not as much as plummeting to your certain death, but not dying immediately. Sort of twitching around, bloody on the floor. How did I get there from Christmas? That's it to tell someone for this week. If you would like to ask me a question, the procedure is to, on the YouTube channel, just write it down there. Somewhere down there. And, of course, the dovetail question is this one today. Yeah, answer that one. I don't know what it is because I haven't written it yet, as usual, because that's what I do. Because I'm dangerously talented and I don't have a cool sign-off. I think I might put a promo here.
This is your brain. And this is your brain when you subscribe to Dangerously Talented. Any questions?
And then cut back to me for no good reason.